So, you're diving into the wonderful world of online Montessori training. That's an incredible journey to be on. But let's be real, trying to fit it into an already packed life, that can feel absolutely monumental. The big question is, how do you go from just surviving your training to actually thriving? Well, let's break it down. Does this look familiar? You're juggling your coursework, probably a job, family commitments, and you're trying to find, just a single minute for yourself somewhere in there. It can feel completely overwhelming, right? Like you're being pulled in a million different directions at once. So how do you take back control? Okay, don't worry. There really is a path through all that chaos. Here's our game plan. First, we're going to talk about the juggling act itself. Then we'll lay a solid foundation for your success. From there, we'll dive into practical tactics to master your week. After that, we'll get into the mindset you need to sustain your momentum. And finally, we'll pull it all together so you can find your unique balance. First up, the juggling act. Before we can even think about solutions, we have to get real about the challenge. Just admitting, wow, this is hard, is a huge first step. And it's so important to know you are definitely not alone in feeling this way. Maria Montessori said that the ultimate goal is for children to work as if I did not exist. Now, let's just flip that wisdom inward for a second. To really succeed in this training, you have to build a system, a structure that lets you work with that same deep, independent focus, free from the constant pull of all those distractions. And that idea of creating a system, it leads us perfectly into our second section, laying your foundation. This is where we stop just talking about the problem and start actively designing a system for your own success. This is where you really start to take back control. It all starts with 3 simple but I'd say non-negotiable steps. First, an honest time audit. You can't manage what you don't measure, so where is your time really going? Second, create your own prepared environment, a dedicated, almost sacred space for your learning. And third, connect with your why. Seriously, reminding yourself why you started this whole journey is such a powerful anchor on those days when things get tough. Okay, with that foundation in place, let's get tactical. Section 3 is all about mastering your week. This is where we move from that high-level planning into the day-to-day strategies that really, truly make all the difference. This slide just captures the choice we have every single day so perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the reactive day. That chaos we all know so well, right? Constant interruptions, multitasking, putting out fires, and just ending the day completely drained. But on the right, that's the goal, a proactive day. Scheduled focus, single tasking, and ending the day with a real sense of accomplishment. Let's talk about how to live on the right side of this slide. So how do we get there? Well, one of the most effective tools is something called the Pomodoro technique. It's this beautifully simple method that helps you get in focused, high-quality work without burning out. It's all about working with your brain's natural rhythm instead of fighting against it. And look how easy it is to start. First, you pick one thing, just one. Then, you set a timer for 25 minutes, and you give that single task your absolute undivided attention. No email, no phone, nothing. When that timer goes off, boom, you've earned a 5-minute break. You do this 4 times, and then you get to reward yourself with a longer 20 or 30-minute break. It is a total game changer for procrastination. And here are a few more quick wins to make your week run so much smoother. Try batching similar tasks together, like doing all your required readings in one big, focused block. Plan your meals ahead of time. That eliminates so much daily stress. And this is a big one. Actually schedule your downtime. It's not a luxury, it's essential. Little things like using a shared family calendar or just getting your books ready the night before. They're like these little gifts you give to your future self. But, great tactics can only take you so far. This training, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And that brings us to section 4, sustaining your momentum. This is all about getting the right mindset to actually go the distance. This chart reveals such a crucial truth about what success really looks like. Take a good look. Focused study is less than half of the whole picture. Just as critical is rest, connection with your family, support from your community, and this one is so important, flexibility. You have to have room to adapt when life just, happens. Burnout happens when we think success is only about study time. So, the key takeaway here is this. Give yourself some grace. You're going to have off days. You will fall behind on a reading sometimes. That's okay. The goal isn't a perfect record. It's just consistent forward progress. You have to celebrate the small wins and remember that every single step forward is a victory. All right, let's bring it all together in our final section. This is where we shift from all the individual tips and tactics to the big holistic goal, finding your balance, and more importantly, moving from a mindset of just surviving to one where you are truly thriving.
I want you to let this sink in for a moment. This journey you're on, it isn't some extra burden that's been dropped into your life. It is an integral, chosen part of the rich, purposeful life you're building for yourself. It belongs there, and you have all the power you need to integrate it beautifully.
So I'll leave you with this one final question. Thinking about everything we just covered, the time on it, that prepared space, the Pomodoro technique, what is the one thing you can commit to trying this week? Just one. Because remember, balance isn't something you go out and find. It's something you create, one intentional choice at a time.